Does anyone think that, does anyone believe that, like, the politician is 100% honest? No. No. Anyone trust their government, like, 100%? No? Well, why not? You guys chose these people that are, like, your politicians, so. So I'm going to talk about politics today. The first thing I want to talk about is, voter turnout. So I thought this was a pretty funny little cartoon about how to, increase voter turnout. I think it's pretty good. Next one. So here I have a graph from the 2008 presidential election. And as you can see, from about 18 to 30 years, about 50% is the turnout. So it's kind of like a low turnout. Why do you guys think, what are you guys' ideas about why it's such a low turnout? Why don't people come out and vote?
They don't know much about who's running. They don't care to learn about it.
Good.
We talked about in classes that they just don't trust the candidates anymore. It's just the same old story, just playing, politics pretty much. Feel like the issues are not really being addressed and corrected.
They're wrapped up in their own lives. Something that's kind of important is what they're doing.
Good. So I have a book about politics called America's New Democracy, and they have some ideas why, and they actually brought them up that people aren't informed about it. Also, elections occur during the week when people have work, that they care their kids, so they can actually go vote. And in some states, they choose people for jury duty from a list of registered voters, so people won't register to vote because they don't want to go to jury duty. So these are just some of the reasons why people don't go out and vote. But it's kind of a shock that people don't do that because there's so many issues that affect us personally. One of the issues that there's a law that just passed was, it's called the Obama Student Loan Reform. Does anyone know what that is? So what they did is students would get loans from a bank, and then the government would back that bank on that loan. So if the student didn't pay it off, then the government would actually pay the bank the money. So what they did now is the government's actually going to take that money and they're just going to give out the loans to the students. So they're going to take the bank out. And so it's really good. It's really good for students because then they're going to have lower interest rates and it's just going to be better for them. So this is an important issue. So I don't understand why you want to come out and vote for people who are going to share your common interests. You think that education is important. Go on to the next one. So this year we're going to have a presidential election, and the first candidate is going to be President Obama. I subscribe to him because when Obama entered the White House, he discontinued spending and has increased our national debt a lot. Next one. And the other candidate, I just picked Mitt Romney because he's most likely to be the next Republican candidate. And as you can see here, they're making fun of how he flip-flops a lot. He doesn't really stay with one opinion. The next one. So, who here believes that they're gonna vote for President Obama?
Hopefully.
Why? You guys have a reason why you're gonna vote for him? Any specific reason? Yeah.
A lot of people don't go out there.
Well, I actually researched President Obama. Some of the things that I thought were really good about him is he passed something called the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. What this did was he gave money to a bunch of small businesses, created teaching jobs and jobs for in the alternative energy sector. And so what he does is he's creating lots of jobs. So as a student, as students, we're going to graduate and we're going to need jobs. So he creates jobs for us. He also passed something called the National Export Initiative, which he also gave money to companies to help them improve their trading. And it's actually going to double trading by 2015. So he's also creating more jobs there for those of us who need work. Who feels they're going to vote for Mitt Romney? Alright, why? Why, do you guys have any reasons why?
That's my turn, sorry.
He's a smart businessman, he's been in business a lot of years, and so he knows how business works.
I know that the
And-
Republican Department, sorry,
No,
the Republican Party is more pro-business, so I like that, because what we need right now is more opportunity for jobs and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, just kind of to illuminate everybody else, and I think the biggest, issue going into this election is going to be the deficit. I think, the best man qualified to do the deficit, and they cut the spending in a really balanced budget.
All right. I also did my research on Mitt Romney, and a couple things that I thought were really good about him was he talked about Obamacare. Most people don't they know what Obamacare is, but they don't really because it's just so complicated. It's just like yeah, it's a bunch of pages and it's a lot of money and it's giving way too much power to the government. So what Romney wants to do is he wants to get rid of Obamacare and he wants to give the power to the states to provide health care, which is actually really good because the state of Utah provides really good health care. And the other thing that he wants to do is he wants to make a smaller, smarter, simpler government. So he wants to cut government spending, he wants to reduce the reach of government, and he wants to give more power to the people and to the states. So I think you can't really go wrong with both the candidates. I think they're both really great people. But my challenge to you is to actually research, become more politically aware of the issues and the candidates that are running for president. Don't let someone that you don't know anything about decide what's going to happen in your country.